Welcome guys to a brand new video today. Please like, please subscribe, and let's get right into the video, guys. A dog named Sheba, a 2-year-old pit bull mix that spent half her life in a Los Angeles shelter. This is the same shelter that I made a video about 2 weeks ago. Again! And this is Sheba right up here, guys. This dog you see here, that's Sheba. She's the pit bull mix. And I made a video about this same shelter about, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. This is the video right here. If you want to watch it, I'll put actually a link in the description if you guys want to watch it. It's based on the exact same shelter in LA. So if you guys want to watch it, please go and click on the video in the description. I really appreciate it. It's a very interesting video, by the way. But I don't know which story is worse. Is this one worse or that one? You guys let me know in the comment section, because this is a crazy story also. So let's get right into it, guys. Someone in the shelter had Sheba, a newly adopted pet, mistakenly, that's what they said, mistakenly now, euthanized by a local shelter just an hour before the new owner was set to pick her up to bring her to a home that Sheba never had. Love and joy away from prison. Now, why I say prison, guys, is because literally it is. I mean, it's like a death sentence for these dogs. You gotta realize that in shelters that after a certain time they euthanize these animals, these poor animals, when they don't find homes. Some of them can't find homes, some of them are too old, or some people don't like the dogs, or they just don't want the dogs. Pit bulls are known as aggressive dogs to a lot of people, know them as aggressive dogs, but I believe that it's what state you put these dogs in is what they're going to become. So if they're in a home that is abusive, those dogs are going to be pretty aggressive and so forth. I don't think they naturally are aggressive dogs. You've seen a lot of pit bulls actually that are very loving. And Sheba was one of those dogs. She was very loving, very known to be very playful. I actually have a video that I'm going to play at the end of this video that shows how playful she really was. And she was just a big baby. She was only 2 years old, and, you know, things didn't work out the way they were supposed to. But instead, Sheba faced the death sentence. So, I mean, which is sad. You know, she was put down. So we're going to find out how this all happened in a second, but it's just to bring awareness how bad this shelter actually is. I don't know if they're all like this, but shelters are usually they do actually have bad name. But so let's get into the rest of the video, guys. The tragic mix-up happened when her new owner, Jianna, called the Los Angeles Animal Services South LA shelter to say she would pick up Sheba, her newly adopted pit bull mix, by 3 p.m. that same day. Right, so I don't know exactly what happened, because she did call the animal shelter to say, hey guys, I'm going to pick up Sheba later on in the day, guys, get ready because I'm coming over. This story is just nuts. It literally doesn't even make sense. Jianna called again at 2 p.m. that same day, guys. The same day she called at 2 p.m. just to confirm, and the shelter staff told her Sheba was already dead. Now, I mean, guys, this is crazy. She called before to say she was going to be there at 3 p.m. I mean, come on, guys. And now she's calling at 2 p.m. probably to say she's around the corner or something. She's almost there. And then they turn around and tell her the dog's already been put away. I mean, that's crazy to me. You got to think about it this way. If she called at 2 p.m., that means obviously the dog was put down before then, which is crazy. That would they put the dog down as soon as she called the first time? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section how this could be prevented, please, because this can't happen again. How stuff like this should be prevented, especially when the dog finally gets adopted. I mean, this is nuts. The dog already was in there for a year, right? half of her life because she was put in there from 1, and now she was 2. I mean, she finally gets adopted, gets out of prison, and then before she gets out of prison, they put her down. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, guys, if you guys can make any sense out of this, please let me know in the comment section how you think this even happened and what they're going to say, how it happened. I'll let you know in a second. But to me, this is absolutely crazy. There shouldn't be any excuse for this whatsoever. So let's get right into the excuses. But after this one particular thing, I have to tell you, this is what this particular shelter said about dogs in the shelters. They said after a year, the dog usually goes crazy after being in jail. What do you guys think of that? Do you think the dog goes crazy after being in the shelter for after a year? Do you think that's an excuse to put a dog down, or you just think they were just deflecting on what exactly happened that particular day? Because that doesn't make any sense. You know, a dog being in the shelter, I understand it's depressing and everything for a dog, but I can't see a dog just going crazy out of the blue just because it's in a shelter. I've seen dogs in the worst situations than that, and to be honest with you, they come out perfectly fine, you know. I mean, they adapt, kind of. This is what the shelter basically used as an excuse, guys. Why they said they put the dog down and how it happened and stuff like that. But this is what they said. So they said basically this is what the shelter used as an excuse, is why they euthanized the poor Sheba. They told NBC it was a communication error, guys. So that was the excuse. It was a communication error, and why Sheba was put down that particular day, which is sad. It's sad to me. Should be sad to everyone else, anyone that loves animals, or you don't even like animals at all. It's still very sad. So, I mean, the same day that Sheba was put down, now the LA shelter has a new policy, basically. They have a new policy. It started. So now dogs that are dangerous, that have dangerous behavior, now need to be adopted or saved by an authorized rescue group within 3 days, or they'll be euthanized. I mean, guys, how do they tell if the dog is dangerous or not? I mean, they're saying that, you know, there was this lady, the reason why this policy came out is because there's this lady that was attacked by a 65-pound dog, and she was bitten, and she had to have 3 surgeries. This particular day, it happened, so when they put down Sheba, this particular day, this other dog bit this random person. She had to go and get surgery. I guess she was a volunteer or something at the shelter. She had to get surgery. Now they just whipped out this policy the same exact day Sheba was put down. So now they're saying any dangerous dogs that they deem to be dangerous, if it's not adopted in 3 days by a certain company, then they're gonna put this dog down too. I mean, that's crazy. So those dangerous dogs really have a short clock, come to think of it, because that's pretty sad too. But anyway, guys, I have this 1-minute video on this beautiful dog Sheba right here, this pit bull, and we could watch it together. It's only a minute long, and it just basically shows her just playing and running around and stuff. So let's get right into that video, guys.